welcome to the channel. My name is Jarvis, and thank you for tuning in to Life at Sunny Lee. And just to give you an idea of what we've been doing this week, it's been a hectic week. We started out by going to our county fair and had a great time. Saw a lot of good people that I hadn't seen for a long time. In fact, it's been close to 40 years since I've seen my cousin and saw him and his wife. And there were a few other friends that I haven't seen for a long time that we ran into. So it was a nice evening. And came home and found out that my freezer upstairs was not working correctly. I had basically overloaded it, and it was not keeping the temperature at 0. It was at 14. And we decided that it wasn't worth taking the chance of losing all the harvest. So we decided on buying a chest freezer. And instead of putting it upstairs, we decided to put it on the enclosed porch. And that way we can just come out the door, and it's adjacent to the kitchen and it's easier to get to. And that meant we had to do a lot of changing. And this is what the enclosed porch looks like on that side now. If you remember correctly, before it had the potting bench there, and my chair was farther in the corner. So I had to take the potting bench and move it. I had to rearrange the furniture so that I have a place to put the chair. So we had to remove the hanging chair, which I actually like better because now it gives me a direct view of the TV, plus I can see out the window better. So I'm liking that quite a bit. And another thing that we did this week was we harvested some watermelon and some pumpkin. So I have to process those yet. And I also finally got around to painting the garage door. It was same condition as the other back door, where the keys had knocked it and chipped the paint. So I had to repaint that. And I actually started cleaning a little bit in the garage because I did a major cleaning of the small greenhouse and the garden shed, which we'll go and show you next. Okay, I took all the starting pots and stuff that we've used in the greenhouses and upstairs, and I cleaned them and let them sit in the sun so they could air dry. Okay, I did manage to get the carrots planted, and I've got the plastic over them to help keep them moist until they germinate. This is what I had to do into the small greenhouse itself. This area, I shortened it up a little bit and put the potting bench here, and I put the fertilizers and the stuff that I use when I do the plants. All of it is here. I've got gonna bring out the potting soil in the mix and put them in totes, and those will go on those shelves there. And as you can tell, I've got all these cleaned and ready to go. And this is going to be basically the little sprout house area where I'll just be starting the new seeds at. And probably the next year I'll put something else besides cucumbers in here, since I've got the squash bug in here so badly. So that's what I did in here. And all those pots that you saw around back, they will go back on those shelves and be waiting until I start sowing seeds again. And then I cleaned out the garden shed. I don't know if you can see it from the sun, but I added a solar light on there at the top, so that will give me light here. And then inside, I added a light here. And just reach up to the side here and turn it on, and you have light. I organized everything. My netting is here, zip tied to the top. I got my bamboo canes zip tied there, and then I got everything organized. The tools are organized. My stuff I need is in the different totes. And now all we gotta do is put in the floor. And all the tiles are waiting. It's just a matter of getting in here and getting it done. Show you a few of the things that are going on. I still have some daisies I need to plant. But out here in the little bee garden, we've got sunflowers coming. The zinnias are blooming. Petunias are blooming over there. I have nasturtiums. The cosmos. Oh, look at the cosmos. Isn't it beautiful? And the glads. More cosmos. Sunflowers. And of course the marigolds and the coluses. And back here, I have a couple of English daisies from those that I started. These are first year plants, so I really am kind of surprised that they're even blooming at all. The Shasta daisies. So it's not doing too bad. And of course the glads. Glads are beautiful. So we've got that going. And then we've got the pumpkin melon patch, which has been hit by the squash bugs, as you can tell. I'm hoping that the rest of those pumpkins will go ahead and finish ripening. And I've got a couple watermelons out there that I'm still hoping that they'll continue to grow. And I got a couple of cantaloupes. Not sure if they're going to be able to make it or not, because the squash bugs have really hit them hard. And I got one cantaloupe there. It looks like the animals have nibbled on. And of course I got a bunch of butternut squash, which are hidden in this grass. So that's what's going on in this area. Look over here, give you a peek inside the greenhouse. Tomatoes are going crazy. They're up to the ceiling. You can see, got a bunch of tomatoes hanging there. Peppers are going crazy. We got a bunch of banana peppers here, and more banana peppers. And then I've got a purple pepper, the kale. We've had one eggplant. We've got more blossoms there. More over here starting. Blossom there. Not really crazy about eggplants, but I love the color of the blossom stuff. Got some kale here that needs to be treated again. And some Swiss chard. These are the smallest little tomatoes I've ever seen. They're called red currant. The bush is gigantic. But these things are so small. Oh, they have such a flavor. It's like putting a whole tomato in your mouth at once. Small but powerful. Over here, we have the moss rose. I have my one zucchini that's left over, that's managed to survive. But it's got one little zucchini down there, and another one over there. So hopefully it will survive. Still got some carrots left. My celery's looking pretty good. Not bad for my first year. Cabbages, not so good. They got hit by that cabbage worm. And my cauliflower was doing really fine. And then this past week, I came out and noticed all these dead leaves. So I'm not for sure what's going on with that. My Brussels sprouts look like they're starting to put out little shoots, so that's a good sign. They usually start doing that in August, and when they get about an inch in diameter, that's when I'll start harvesting and taking the leaves off. But this tomatoes have become a jungle. My trellis has actually come apart, and that's why you saw me duck under the strings, because I got strings holding the trellis and pulling it this away to keep it from going overboard. So we'll duck underneath the strings and work our way around and out. Nice tomatoes. Up one on the floor there. And there's another one. And there's nice truss of tomatoes there. But as you can tell, trellis is falling apart on me. Hopefully it'll last until I can get the tomatoes harvested. Okay. Strawberries perked up nicely after they got their straw. And parsnips look pretty good. Volunteer tomato. Little turnips starting to look good. Should be able to harvest those in about a week. Okra I need to get out here and harvest. I've got the Clemson and I got the red ones. Lima beans. Green beans, just about ready to be pulled and the second wave to be planted. Over here I planted last week, planted some seed, I sowed seeds for some broccoli and some cauliflower. I'm not for sure if they're going to come up. We may have to do some transplants. Po beans, looking nice. This one has corn and peas in it, and I don't see either one coming up yet. And here I planted the second round of cucumbers. So hopefully I get some cucumbers, and I also planted some more squash. So we're gonna hope on those. So that's basically all that I've done as far as planning for the fall garden. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you would. Share it with your friends. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember, if you're on Facebook watching it, you have to go to YouTube to subscribe and to give it a thumbs up. So, Remember to dream big and follow that dream. Bye.